So I've applied a fixed constraint at the end here. And what I want to do is actually want to apply a variable load. So I'm doing a nonlinear static analysis. I want to see like what's going to happen if this thing is kind of jarred or bounced a bit. So I'm going to go into loads and I'm going to pick force because force is what I want. And I'm going to pick this top surface. And I'm going to set the amount of the load here. I'm going to set this to 100. Actually, we're going to set this to negative 100. But this would just be static. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the advanced options button. And I'm actually going to define a variable load definition. And as you can see, is we can do linear equation based, or we can do quadratic. Now, as I change this, notice that nothing really is changing here, except that what the X, Y, and Z in different values mean changes. So the selected entities, as you can see here, so because I'm a linear, it's asking for a point or a vertex, something that I don't have defined right at the moment. So let's cancel this. Let's go back into the modeling environment, and I'm going to add a work axis, and I'm going to add a point at the center location there. So we'll go back to the environments tab. We'll go into our Nastran. Let's do a load. Again, we're going to do a force, the selected entities. I'm going to go into my advanced option because I want variable. The point is going to be that point there, as we're able to select. We'll do our Y here, our default value of negative 100, and it's pound forces because of the unit type I'm in. And now what I'm able to do is I'm able to add. So I'm going to click add, and we can see the values that it's added. So it's actually added that point as a variable, and I can override the scalar. So I can actually click 1 at that point. So now what we have is we have a variable load definition. The interpolation method is linear, and I've added that point. So I could actually have different points along here, and I could actually pick those points and then add it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick the same point again, and I'm going to click add, because what I want is I want a scalar value here of 10 times. So I'm going to take the default and I'm actually going to scale it up by 10 times. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do one more time here and we'll add it again. And the scalar value here is actually going to be 2. So the idea is I can start changing this and start actually varying this based on the method, the selected entities, and then I use the table to modify it. So we'll click OK, and it's now applied that load type into my analysis.